Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself, and today is the return of Yakuza, or what do they call it now, Like a Dragon. This is going to be a very big video with a lot of remixes, so bear with me. I'll talk about it more in depth in just a second, but this is going to be the song Receive You, and it's from multiple games and from multiple requesters, which are Anthony Metal 641, Red Blaze 27, Sky-Clad Observer, Aden, and Pearce. So let me just show you the ones that requested. So I have the original right here. I have the Yakuza version, Yakuza 0 version, a game I played, and I've been wondering if I heard it, but it's the Tech Trance Arrange. Maybe I'll recognize it. You have Yakuza 4, Receive, and Bite You. Like a Dragon, Receive You, the Hyperactive. And also Like a Dragon, Receive You version 7. So, apparently the song is a big deal. The only thing that's weird to me is I've only played one, and that's zero. Let me rephrase that. I've only played Yakuza 0, and that was over a year ago. I don't know if I've heard this. Hopefully not. But apparently this is a pretty big deal song. I'm gonna stop talking now. But okay, I had to get that out of the way. So let's just say "Receive You" from Yakuza, starting with the original. I'm also not sure if I've heard the original at all. It's a lot of requests. I will tell you if I recognize it. Or some grungy guitars. Whoa. Ooh. I don't recognize this. It's just the most vocals I've ever heard in a Yakuza song. I can feel the copyright claim already from here. Okay. I'm getting some big event. Very nice vocals. No, I have heard vocals before. I'll tell you later. The guitar sounds so 2000s. Look at that collar. It's kind of structured like a pop song. Catchy though. No percussion. Oh. it's over. We have a lot to talk about at the end of this video, but we have to move on to the next one. I definitely don't recognize that at all. Speaking of Yakuza 0, the only game I've ever played, this is from Yakuza 0, Tech Trance Arrange, which I would have to assume is part of the dancing minigame. But let's go. Maybe this I'll recognize. Also, I didn't play much of that dancing. If it is a dancing game, I only played like 15 minutes of it, if that. Maybe less. The vocals remind me of Nier. Nier Automata. Wow, the quality change of the guitars are so significant. I did not hear this. There's a lot of things I didn't do in Yakuza 0. A lot. I mostly just beat the story. Oh, I forgot to say the channel names. This is from the Eric24. What was the other one? Oh, I don't have one. Is he dancing or is he kicking? In this game, you really don't know. Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely like fight music. Man. I'm trying to think if I've heard like another remix of it or something. But nothing sounds familiar. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot of vocal songs in Yakuza that I remember. But apparently the song has been there since the very beginning. I wonder if this is considered like the main theme of the game? I never thought about that. Everything's so distorted. It sounds like, if you guys are familiar with Infected Mushroom, this sounds like it would be an Infected Mushroom song. Guitars, crazy dance synth. It really does, actually. Oh, the picture's changing into another mystery kick or dance. We still have 3 more. Okay. Okay. Yakuza 4. This is when I was correcting myself and saying I have heard a song with vocals. It was from this game. Don't remember what it was called though, but I reacted to it here. This one's called Receive and Bite You, and the channel is Yo Jimbo Flammel. Let's continue. Oh. Just keep getting more and more intense. Okay. Oh, did they replace the vocal with a synth lead? Ooh. Reminds me of like late 90s movies. Ooh. It kept the spirit for sure. Okay. More open now. Without the vocals, it's more just... Could be anywhere. Knowing how many minigames Yakuza has, I could see it being like remixed into something. Like fishing. What is this genre? Is it hard house? Sounds very EU. Damn. Okay. That was intense. Ooh. Receive you the Hyperactive from Like a Dragon. This is from the Sega channel. Let's go. The quality keeps increasing. Ooh. Ooh. Are we gonna go dancing or are we gonna go headbanging? Both. They said yes. Why does barbed wire bat have electricity on it? Is that not overkill? Ooh. I like how they keep changing the vocal each time. Is that a gang vocal? So the Splatoon. Whew. I wonder if they're going to be a groove right here, or if they're going to go back to fast. I would like a groove here. Oh yeah, it's definitely building back up. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. The audio quality is I love that. I love that fill. Oh man. This reminds me of a song from Street Fighter 4. This one in particular. Jury's theme. Also, isn't this one of the more slower paced games because of the RPG stuff? Got another minute left. Probably the loop. Yep. One more round of headbanging. Aw. Man. One more, but it's like it just keeps evolving and evolving. Same game, apparently. Receiving version 7, and it says including dynamic intro and outro from the channel Nemesis Ashura, and this one's 6 minutes. All right, let's go. Kiryu always so serious. I'm gonna have to turn it up a little low. Okay. Damn. They're all so good. Big beat. I can see why there was a lot of requests for it. So many memorable parts. Strings. The nylon guitar, my favorite. Wow. That was great. Ooh. What a roller coaster. I also really love the shot of Kiryu. Zoomed in face, bulkhead background. Big fan. It's like chill yet so crunchy. I think that's chromatic. What a song. All right. Before I say anything, I would like to mention that I'm also doing another version of the song, I think, from a new game I've never heard called Fist of the North Star. But I didn't want to include it in this video, but it's also the song, apparently. We'll see. So, actually, my first question is, for either anyone that saw me with my playthrough, weird question, but did I hear the song? Well, there's a lot of music in Yakuza 0. I played 0. And I remember, like, if I were to hear the songs again, I'd be like, oh yeah, you know. And I could tell that just by the energy of the song, it's one of those like important event type songs. There's some really big conflict, a fight, boss fight, etc., etc. Because all the other story elements, whether it's like walking around or cutscenes, it's usually, you know, more atmospheric, or a blues guitar or something, you know. I do not remember that motif at all. And not that I can recall whatsoever. But it's very possible that I just never heard it in Zero because there's a lot of stuff I did not do in Zero. I did not platinum it. I didn't even come close. You know, I barely did any of the. I played like a little baseball. I didn't do much basically outside the story is what I'm saying. So I guess that's what my question is. If I only mostly play the story, would I have heard it? Either way, at least at this exact moment in time of me recording, I don't recognize any of that, so that's cool. And I definitely never heard anything else there. By the sounds of it, if a song keeps returning and returning and returning, it must be somewhat of a main theme, or it's just received so well, no pun intended, that they just keep bringing it back. You know, before I clicked record, I'm like, damn, dude, I'm about to hear the same song essentially like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, including the next one, which is the Fist of the North Star thing. And I was like, man, I'm gonna not get bored, but it's like when you, in my opinion, when you hear something for the very first time, it's really cool, like that first time, and maybe the second time right after if it made a big impact. But it's kind of a weird feeling to hear something for the first time and then go and hear nothing but that for like the next 20, 30 minutes. Think about that. It's a very odd, not normal feeling. So I was scared that I was going to get like burnt out on it, I guess. But each version was so vastly different that they all sounded like different songs. And that was probably the best case scenario for something like this. Because one, a lot of these requests have been waiting forever. Sorry. Two, my anticipation is always high when it comes to Yakuza because I love the soundtrack to these games. And the reason I even played Zero was because of the soundtrack. When I first heard Kuze's theme, I was, learned it on guitar. I'm actually glad I got to fight him multiple times because I kept hearing it. So what I'm saying is like they were all so different and they all each, I don't even know what to say about all of them. I'll try to see if I can remember. There's a lot to talk about here. I was taking mental notes. As far as I know, please correct me if I'm wrong. I do not know. I didn't check. I don't think I've heard anything from the original Yakuza. Not Kiwami, but like the original one. But either way, it sounded very like, PS2, 2000s. The way it was mixed. The guitar sounded very new metal. And I think the big takeaway here is vocals. From what I've heard of Yakuza, which is still not a whole lot in the whole series. We're talking like probably like 15 songs or less, something like that. I can't recall too many vocal parts. So it makes me think it's like really important. Stands out more so than others. That's the first thing that caught my attention. I was like, whoa, they're singing. They're saying stuff. I don't know what they were saying. It sounded like English. I kept hearing receive you, right? But that was great. The tech trance arrange definitely had this, definitely felt like tech trance, whatever that is, but whatever it is, it sounded like it. It had that huge movement, danceability, and I still don't know if he's kicking or dancing, but it had this really just raw energy that I really liked. I don't think any of these, like, how do I say this? I don't think any of these songs that I just heard captured the moment of the song perfectly. I think they all did it in their own way really, really well. That's kind of interesting for something that has so many remixes of it. I could have sworn going into this, I'd be like, okay, I definitely am going to prefer one or the other. To me, it depends on the time of day, but they were all pretty damn good. This one, I believe, was like the fastest one and the most aggressive. And if I recall correctly, this is the one that was kind of open and left very little vocals besides like chorus vocals just kind of in the background floating. Also, one of the faster and more intense songs I've had on the channel, period. Kind of weird to think, but there's not a lot of songs with this much energy and oomph and speed. So, this is the one that's called Receive and Bite You. I also wonder why they have different titles. Anyone know? Let me know. Amazing. This one was great. Fantastic. Like a Dragon. This is one was kind of like on par, I think, with 4, where it was just really intense. The studio, the quality of the recording was like top notch here. Everything sounded so clear. And I don't know if anything like really stood out to me in this one. I tried to pick something in each one that stood out, but again, I took mental notes, so forgive me. But I liked them all, so it's hard to say. This is the one I think was like that I said it was like Hard House, I think. So it was like very like Euro dance type feel to me. Still amazing though. And then this one, this version 7, that's all it's called. Really, really interesting. It kind of went this somewhat dubstep route, but it's like the dubstep that was made after dubstep was already popular, kind of like the more refined, big beat. But of course, the guitars are really nice, and then we have this really nice nylon classical guitar section. But what's really cool about that is that we had a nylon guitar and an acoustic. The first time you hear the nylon guitar, that little solo, right after it ends, you can hear another guitar, but that's an acoustic guitar. That's a steel string. So you hear nylon and then you hear steel. And you can hear that little difference of the chiminess of the string. So this one felt more like more of a, this one felt more like a callback than any of the other ones. The other ones felt like Easter eggs. Not that they weren't serious, but they felt like, but this one felt more like a nice callback to the series. Like you've been around for a while, and then you hear that and you're like, whoa. And I can't even imagine that feeling, knowing that you've been around. I'm sure there's people here that have played from the beginning, played the remakes, and then you hear this one, you're like, damn. Because that's the feeling I got from it. And I didn't grow up with the series or anything. Like I said, I've only played 0, and that was a year ago from today. A little more than a year ago. And I love that. I want to eventually get into the series again. Like I want to go in order, so Kiwami would be next and all that. I just don't want to play them back to back to back, I've heard it can get kind of overwhelming. And then finally, the next one I'm going to do is Fist of the North Star. I don't know, but apparently it's... I've never even heard of that, but apparently it's like a spin-off, but I just going to put it in its own video. That was a lot to take in, but Receive You, I can see it. I can see why it's so praised in any form, and I'm glad I got multiple requests for it. And I'm sure I missed out on other versions of it too. From the looks of it, it could possibly be in every game. Let me know if that's the case. Let me know why it's so important. Just let me know about Receive You and why it's so impactful. But awesome. Thank you again to, let's see, a bunch of people. Anthony, Metal641, Red Blaze 27, Sky-Clad Observer, Aden and Pearce, and anyone else has requested it. But that was pretty cool. It's been a while since I've heard Yakuza, and it's kind of making me kind of want to play again. So Receive You. A lot of requests for that. Thank you to everyone that you see here. I cannot be here without them as well. Thanks you for watching. My name is Jesse in the Auditorium. Video game music rules. Peace.